Hey church, Pastor Clay here from the beautiful port of Katakolon in Greece. This is the port that's right outside of the city of Olympia, the city where the Olympics began many years ago, and continues, of course, in the tradition of today and to our time now. I had the chance earlier to go out and to walk along the archaeological site that excavated the original city of Olympia and all of the sites of the original Olympics and the beginning that took place so long ago. Now, this is a place that, according to biblical knowledge, we don't know that Paul would have gone here. We don't have any written proof that he would have been here in this time. However, Paul does love to use athletic imagery in some of his letters in his time of speaking to people. Specifically in 1 Corinthians, as Paul is writing to the Corinthians in chapter 9, verses 24 through 27, he gives this analogy that we can look into. It says, Do you not know that in a race all the runners run, but only one gets the prize? Run in such a way as to get the prize. Everyone who competes in the games goes into strict training. They do it to get a crown that will not last, but we do it to get a crown that will last forever. Therefore, I do not run like someone running aimlessly. I do not fight like a boxer beating the air. No, I strike a blow to my body and make it my slave, so that after I have preached to others, I myself will not be disqualified for the prize. So Paul is writing to the Corinthians and telling them and reminding them of this history of these Olympic Games that were to take place. So these athletes who would go, and tradition tells us that they would go and they would spend a month before the games even began training together and getting ready to run the race of these games. And then as they were about to enter into the stadium, enter into the place where they would compete, they would then stop at one of the temples of the gods. They would stop at one of those temples of Greek or of Hera or Zeus or any of these other temples to give sacrifices and to pay respects to these gods and hope that they would win the race. And back then, before there were medals, they would get olive branch wreaths that they would wear around their head as the winners of the games. So Paul is writing to the Corinthians and telling them that we should fight with this same vigor to run the race that is our race of knowing God and knowing this Christianity that began in Jesus and knowing the relationship we have with Him. He's saying, run the race to get the real reward, not the reward of the greenery around your head, but the reward of a relationship with God. To run the race to its fullest, to train hard, and to prepare our hearts, prepare our bodies, and our souls for this time to come. So I hope in this day from this beautiful port behind me, and I will post some pictures that you can see of the archaeological sites that is Olympia. I hope this is a blessing to you, and I hope that you can see how God is still moving in the day today and in the day of back then. That as these athletes prepare, so we prepare our hearts. So what are those ways that you're preparing your hearts? What are the ways that you are fighting the good fight, running the good race to know God better? God bless and have a great day.